The youth of society today are encouraged to try new things. Drugs and alcohol are among many of the things they're encouraged to try from their peers and from other people. But not everything they are encouraged to try is legal, such as marijuana. Marijuana is probably one of the most commonly used illegal drugs. It is currently illegal in most states. This drug has been proven to have less of harmful effects than alcohol and cigarettes, which are both legal. Legalizing marijuana may help economical and social problems. What is marijuana? Marijuana is basically dried leaves, flowers, stems, and seeds from the hemp plant. The main compound in the hemp plant that gives you the euphoric feeling is THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. And some nicknames and slang terms for for marijuana is weed, bud, reefer, green, ganja, etc. There's many more. Why should we legalize marijuana? We should legalize marijuana to create jobs and industries. It will clear out some of the prison overcrowding, and you can make a lot of money from taxing it, and it could possibly reduce the crime rate in America. Industries and jobs that you can make. Currently there's a medical marijuana industry in some states, not all states, and it's basically used for when people have a disease, or cancer is the most prominent one where they use it, and it helps deal with symptoms as kind of like a pain reliever. And you could, if it's open for recreational uses, you can open up stores that sells the products and utilities with it, and it just generates revenue and stuff. And it creates jobs by opening up these stores, and even we need farms to grow all the marijuana, because if it becomes legal, it's gonna be in high demand as soon, like really fast. According to drugpolicy.org, over 2 million U.S. citizens are incarcerated because of marijuana, whether it be just possession, selling, getting pulled over under the influence, and it is the highest in the world. Compared to any other country, we have more incarcerated citizens for marijuana. And in America, prisons are overcrowded as they are. There's 1 in every 4 or 5 people end up being incarcerated in prison. And when you get arrested for a crime, something small like smoking marijuana or having it, it can potentially ruin your life, because when you go to prison or you get a drug charge, it affects like job opportunities in the future, and it makes it difficult for you to make a living for yourself. Taxings and savings. According to drugpolicy.org, 8.7 billion. You can make $8.7 billion in federal and state taxes. That's a lot of money, considering that we are in an enormous debt that we need to start repaying to other countries. You can save $42 billion in drug revenue from eliminating the marijuana drug prevention programs. But you would, while eliminating these programs, you wouldn't lose any jobs, because there are still other illegal drugs like cocaine and heroin. So no one will be getting laid off, and our country won't lose jobs. Possible reducing crime rate. Marijuana being illegal is similar to the prohibition of 1919, when alcohol was illegal. When alcohol was made illegal, a lot of people went through a lot of effort to obtain alcohol because they still wanted to drink it. And that's how the earliest forms of like the mafia and mobs formed, because they were the only ones selling it, and they would use sometimes use violence and other times use other ways to get people to alcohol. Well, in today's society, alcohol is legal, but marijuana is illegal. But a lot of people still want marijuana. And by legalizing marijuana and putting it into the U.S. revenue instead of like drug cartels, maybe the cartels will have less money to fund like their actions and eventually lose a little bit of profit, and then they won't be as hard to fight. This is just a chart of comparing alcohol, marijuana, and cigarettes and some of the harmful effects to and their death rates and whether or not it's legal. When you drink alcohol, you can get liver damage, impaired sensory skills, and poor judgment. And alcohol has accounted for, since 2006 to 2010, 88,000 deaths, and that's just from alcohol overdose. And from drunk driving, it is over 10,000 a year, and it is currently legal. Cigarettes is you smoke it or inhale it, and it can cause lung cancer, heart attacks, and strokes. And it is estimated that it's about 1,300 a day, or 474,000 annually, and that is also currently legal. Whereas marijuana, it impairs your coordination, decreased alertness, and impairs your learning and memory. And it sounds like it's a bad thing, but I think compared to the other ones, it's a little not as bad. And according to the Huffington Post, there are 0 recorded deaths from drug overdose, and it is currently illegal. And then I got a video for you guys.
On January 1st, Colorado became the first state in the world to allow legal marijuana sales to anybody over 21 for recreational use. That's right, not just for medical use, any recreational use. Colorado residents are able to possess an ounce of marijuana. Non-Colorado residents, a quarter ounce. But who are we kidding? That's still a ton of weed. Just in the first day, Colorado marijuana sales made well over $1 million. 2014 will see a $571 million profit on legal marijuana sales. The taxes are estimated to bring $67 million per year initially. 27.5 will go to school construction, and $6 million will go to local governments. That leaves $33.5 million for the state to regulate stores and fund marijuana education and treatment programs. Apps, tourism, and marijuana merchandise expect to get a boost as well, creating jobs and growing the economy. Yeah, because that stuff wasn't big before. Studies predict that more than 14 states will legalize marijuana within the next 5 years, creating a potential $10.2 billion cannabis market by 2018. Although about half the population born since 1960.
Millions of people use marijuana every day. Thousands of them will end up in prison for a very minor crime. With so many people use such as harmless drugs, it is only a matter of time before it is illegal. The benefits outweigh the risks, and it is about time that we take a step forward in the future of our country.